I am so delighted this evening that Melani Longoni is our leader. And Melani and I met each other at United Church of Christ in Phoenix several years ago. But Melani was raised Roman Catholic and then studied at Austin Presbyterian Theological Seminary, where she received her Master of Divinity degree. And then years later, she was ordained in the independent Catholic Church as a priest. And Melani is a very active member of UCC Phoenix, again, where I met her. And she considers herself post-denominational. And so you'll hear these integration of traditions in her life. And one of her favorite sayings is, if you want to make God laugh, tell her your plans. But Melani is a tremendous lover of music and the ways that music moves us and invites us to our higher selves in some very important ways. And so today, as she is going to share with us how the music of Bernice Johnson Reagan and Sweet's Honey in the Rock have moved her, that I believe is very important for this moment. Melani.
Thank you. I would like to start with reading from Isaiah chapter 52, verse 7. How beautiful on the mountains are the feet of those who bring good news, who proclaim peace, who bring good tidings, who proclaim liberation, who announce God's reign. And this passage speaks to me of the power of beauty. Beauty helps us imagine what is possible and to discern in our history and our present circumstances the seeds of a better future. So this is about the vision of God's beautiful world for us. And beauty is closely connected to hope, a virtue that has been important in our political discourse in recent years, and joy, an emerging virtue in the current election cycle. So I want to celebrate beauty today by remembering the life and witness, and especially the music of Bernice Johnson Reagan, who penned so many inspiring lyrics, including, I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see beauty in the world through my own eyes. And there were no mirrors in my Nana's house, but the beauty in everything was in her eyes. Bernice Johnson Reagan was born in Dougherty County, Georgia on October 4th, 1942. And she died just a little over 2 months ago on July 16th in Washington, D.C. at the age of 81. Some of us know her, as Carrie said, as the founder in 1973 of the Black women's a cappella group Sweet Honey in the Rock. But a little more than a decade earlier, in 1962, she was a founding member of the Freedom Singers, which was organized by the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. And with the Freedom Singers, she sang for civil rights marches, rallies, fundraisers for the movement. And I would imagine even in prison when people were arrested for their action on behalf of freedom and justice. And she believed in the power of collective singing to unify disparate groups struggling together for freedom and justice. Her daughter, Toshi Reagan, said of her, as a scholar, singer, composer, organizer, and activist, Dr. Reagan spent over half a century speaking out against racism and systematic inequalities in the US and globally. So as we begin our time of prayer today, Let us remember that we are joined by a great cloud of witnesses, of whom Bernice Johnson Regan is now a member. And after we listen to one of her songs, I will invite you to share reflections on how her life, music, and work touched your life, or share something about another artist or creator of beauty who inspires you, or how you participate in creating beauty. But we're going to start with one of her songs. It's entitled Ella's Song. It is based on the words of civil rights activist Ella Baker. And the refrain, if you want to join in, is, "We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes."